Okay, you're welcome. My name is Dr. Chris Williams, and I'm your host on Well Again. Well Again is your online magazine health magazine program where we look at fail-proof principles for regaining and retaining health. You're welcome. Today we are discussing preventing cancer successfully. Cancers can be prevented successfully. All right. So, but before we discuss any further, it's important to know what a cancer is. Cancer is the word used to refer to malignant tumors that have become malignant or that are malignant in nature. Now, how do malignant tumors come about? So, cells normally are bettered or created on a particular day, and depending on the type of cell, the cell has a programmed date of death. So some cells live only for 1 week, others for 10 days. Some cells even live up to for up to 120 days. Okay? But whichever way, cells are born on a particular day and they are programmed to die on a particular day. Okay? Cells also, normal cells also are programmed to live and survive and serve in a particular part of the body. The cells in the brain are different from the cells in the bone. The cells in the bone are different from the cells in the gastrointestinal system. The cells in the kidney are different from the cells in the liver. Now, okay, so cells have particular specific lifespan. They have specific places where they live, where they are formed, and cells also have particular sizes to which they grow, and then they will not grow beyond it. Now, sometimes some cells get damaged. Their DNA gets damaged, and this makes some cells go haywire. This happens several times a day in the body. It could happen several hundred times a day. Several hundred times a day in the body. Cells become damaged, and then the body will eliminate it. The immune system of the body will pick them out and eliminate them. However, sometimes cells get damaged, but the body immune system is not able to locate them and pick them out. These are the ones that go on to become cancerous cells. So their DNAs are damaged, and because their DNAs are damaged, they begin to disobey their programming. I said earlier they are programmed to have a particular specific lifespan, have specific places where they grow up, have specific sizes to which they grow, okay? But when their DNAs are damaged, as cancer cells, because their DNAs are damaged, they begin to disobey all these programmings. They begin to grow uncontrollably. They begin to spread uncontrollably. They begin to evade the immune system of the body. All right, so now what are the signs and symptoms of cancer? These depend on the site of origin, the sites where they have spread to, and the rate of growth, or what we call the aggression of the cancer. Some cancers are more aggressive than others, and that determines the signs and symptoms that they put up. Now, what are the causes of cancer? There are things that inhibit the growth of cancer, and there are also the things that promote the growth of cancer. The things that promote the growth of cancer, we say they are carcinogenic. Growing old is a factor that predisposes people to cancer. But not only that, depending on it can be supported or can be worsened by some other things, such as I would say in the next few minutes. Abusing of tobacco, overexposure to sunlight, ionizing radiations, exposure to ionizing radiations, excessive exposure to phones, to laptops, to TVs, and all that. Excessive exposure to chemicals in our foods, additives, colorings, flavorings, sweeteners, processed carbohydrates, PET bottles, these PET bottles that we use to drink water. Chemical, okay? Also chemicals like body creams, beauty products, the different objects that we interact with on a daily basis, paints that we use to clean our house, the materials that our clothes are made up of, and all that. And you know, some materials are more carcinogenic in nature than others, okay? Some viruses and bacteria also, when they infect our body, they can live long, they can damage cells in such a way that those cells will become carcinogenic. Certain hormones also, some hormones, like some hormones, so exposure, unusual, undue exposure, inappropriate exposure to hormonal treatment sometimes can also cause cancer. For instance, sometimes when they are treating menopause, they use hormone replacement therapy. It has been found that hormone replacement therapy can lead to cancer sometimes. Also, sometimes procedures like IVF can increase one's chances of developing cancer. Family history of cancers can also be something that makes somebody susceptible to cancer. High stress and negative emotions. High stress and negative emotions. When somebody is highly stressed or is in a negative emotion for a very long time, and protracted one for that matter, okay, abuse of alcohol, overweight, stress. And you know, most of our cities are full of stress. Okay, poor dieting, eating of sugars, high-fat diets, flavored foods, colored foods, junks generally, high-protein diets, processed carbohydrates, okay, high consumption of animal proteins, eggs, milk, beef, chicken, turkey, and all that. This can lead to cancer. Centrally, all the things I've talked about. So also prolonged exposure to metal poisoning like mercury, like lead, like cadmium, like cadmium, like mercury, can lead to cancer. Okay. Now, centrally, what all these things do is that they cause an over-acidification of the body. There's an over-acidification of the body. Put otherwise, there's excessive toxin buildup in the body, and this can lead to cancer, over-acidification or over-toxicity. What happens is that the more the toxin level in the body is increasing, the more the nutrient body, the less the nutrients in the body is becoming. The more the toxin body is increasing, the less the nutrients in the body is becoming. What are the nutrients? Oxygen and the other things that the body uses to defend itself and fight for itself. So the more the toxins are building up, the less the oxygen and the other things that the body needs. And you know, cancers grow they grow more in acidic environments. They grow more in less oxygenized environments. All right. Now, so how do you prevent them? By and large, pursue an alkaline lifestyle. Do things that increase your alkalinization. For instance, concerning foods, avoid sweet foods, dairy products, junk foods, colored foods, flavored foods. Avoid use of MSGs in cooking. What are MSGs? Monosodium glutamate. Avoid the use of chemicals in cooking food. Very important. Avoid the intake of processed carbohydrates. Rather, eat whole grains. Okay, very important. Eat right. Eat plant-based diets. Yam, beans, rice. Eat those things. And then also eat vegetables, cucumber, cabbage, carrots, spinach, lettuce, okay, ugu, spinach, and all that. Eat vegetables. Vegetables are life-giving. vegetables are life-giving. Stay away from chemicals, okay? As much as possible, stay away from chemicals. Chemicals that you put on your skin, on your lips, beauty products, stay away from them. I use this natural soap that is made natural black soap, okay? I would not like to call the name, but I use the natural black soap. And so use soaps that are made out of coconut oil and all that, all right? Very important. Emotional intelligence is also very important. Try and be happy. Work on your joy. Work on your happiness. If you are emotionally drained, you will be overacidic. If you're emotionally drained, you'll be overacidic, and overacidity is a good environment for cancer to grow. Control stress. Stress overacidifies us and leaves our body a good environment for cancer to grow. Adequate physical activity, at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes on a daily basis, adequate physical activity. Next one is hormonal intelligence. Try and not expose your body unduly to hormone therapies. Very important, especially chemical hormones therapy. Very, very important. Before you rush to treat menopause with hormone replacement therapy, try and use some natural means. Menopause can be traumatic, it can be dramatic, but try and use some natural means, like soya powder, for instance, can supply some estrogen-like hormones, plant-based hormones in your body, and those are not likely to increase the chances of developing cancer. Stay away from alcohol, from smoking, and from stimulants. Stay away from radiation and environmental pollution. Okay, try as much as possible to do that. Now, there's so much talk about early detection. And I want you to listen carefully to what I will say in the next 1 minute. They say that mammogram can detect cancer early, and I say no. Now, the mammogram can detect cancer when it has grown to about 1 cm in diameter, when it's a lump of about 1 cm in diameter. That's the earliest that the mammogram can detect cancer. Now, by that time, that cancer is already millions of cells, and it's already about 8 years old. Before this time, that cancer has probably spread to other parts of the body. So there are ways of really detecting cancer even much more early. Try and do your ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Try and check it like twice a year, every 6 months. Do comprehensive medical tests, and then also do ESR. Let it contain ESR plus, besides many other things you do. And then let it contain some tumor markers. Check your PSA, check your alpha phytoprotein, check cancer antigen 125, and then cancer antigen 15.3, and then some other ones. These are tumor markers. When you talk to your doctor, they will be able to tell you the tumor markers you should do. Very, very important. And then also prostate. I think I talked about it. All right. So, and then if you're a woman, on a monthly basis, examine your breast. Examine your breast. Stand akimbo before a mirror, and then start from here. Examine your breast for lumps. Okay. And then you stand here, and then you do the same here. That way you'll be able to pick those things as early as possible. There are also some machines that use the infrared technology that are able to see the inflammatory processes that are going on in the breast, okay, much earlier before a mammogram can pick a lump up. All right. Now, some other things to do is don't go far from eating these following foods: cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, spinach. Okay, do not go far from eating them. Legumes, lentils, onions and garlic. Onions and garlic. Onions and garlic. Numbers chapter 11 verse 5. They said, we'll remember the onions and the garlic, and the onions and the garlic, and I think the cucumbers that we used to eat while in Egypt. Okay, onions and garlic. Onion contains quercetin, and quercetin is very pronounced in fighting against tumors. Quercetin, okay. Eat onions lavishly. Also, take onions, blend them, and drink them. All right, very, very important. Okay, so if you don't react to tomato, you can also eat a lot of tomatoes. Tomatoes contains lycopene, and it can help in the fight against cancer. Okay, so we have talked about eating plant-based diets. Eat whole grains, eat oats, eat millet, eat guinea corn, eat all grains, all grains, all grains. Stay away from wheat and flour foods. Stay clear of them. So, talking about herbs and supplements, turmeric. All of us know turmeric. You can make teas from turmeric. You can make teas from ginger. You can make teas from rosemary. You can drink green tea. If you are not hypertensive and if you do not have cardiac problems, you can make tea from green tea. Green tea contains epigallocatechin 3 gallate (ECGC), and it's very pronounced in fighting cancer cells. All right. So ginger, garlic, okay, cayenne, sage, curcumin, okay, and all that. Now, some other things to do is exercise. Very important. Before I forget it, try and exercise at least 60 minutes in a day. Use stainless cookwares and utensils. Stainless steel cookwares and utensil, or if you like, if you can use the wooden ones. This is one of the reasons also cancer is everywhere here. Our foreparents used to use clay pot. Now we use steels, aluminium and all that. And these things leak into the water and into the soup and into the food. Use stainless steel if you can afford it. And then also barley grass and wheat grass sprouts, drink them. There are also things called green drinks like chlorella, like spirulina. These are very good. And then do enema regularly. Coffee enema is very, very good for cleansing your colon. Some supplements, coenzyme Q10, quercetin. I talked about quercetin when I talked about onion, melatonin, garlic, selenium, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin inositol, omega-3. All these are very, very useful. Now, if you have need to get any of these things, you can contact us because we can supply them to you. But before I go on, I would like for you to ask that right about now that you press the subscription button, subscribe, and also the like button, turn on your notification so that you will know when new episodes are loaded. And then take the link and send it to your friends and families and then your foes also. Okay, we all need to know how to prevent cancer. Don't forget subscribe. Don't forget to copy the link and send it to the persons that you love. All right. Now, some of our books are still on sale. There's Sickness-Free Fail-Proof Protocol for Regaining and Retaining Health. There's also Reversing Depression Naturally. Reversing depression naturally. It's very, very useful. And then reversing diabetes naturally. Reversing diabetes naturally. Let's make your food your medicine. And then there's living a disease-free life. Living a disease-free life. Do not forget, subscribe. Turn on your notification. Like this video. And then also take the link and send it to as many as you will. Thank you so very much for listening today. Till I come your way again. Now, there are 2 videos that I would like you to watch. There's blood purification and there's also consider adoption. Recently, we loaded erectile dysfunction, dealing with erectile dysfunction naturally, and several videos on our YouTube page. Just go there and search through the videos. Close to 40 videos there that will bless your life. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.